Hey everybody, good evening. Just wanted to post a video like I had talked about last week on my Instagram post that I said I was going to be posting one as soon as I got in. So I finally made it. I'm here in Vegas. Flew in about 11:30. By the time I got to the hotel, it was about 11 Nevada time, so Pacific Coast time. So, anyways, awesome flight in. Looking forward to the tournament. Tomorrow, what I'm going to talk about is what kind of equipment change I made, what equipment I brought with me. Um, you'll find out that I wasn't able to bring as much equipment as I thought I would, but we'll talk about that. And then I'll also give a recap of the first day of the tournament. I'm here in Vegas for the Nevada Police and Fire Games. Takes place every year, either the end of July or beginning of August. This year, because of the World Games, they pushed it back a week, which was kind of problematic for me at home. Kids start school while I'm here, so my wife's having to take care of their first days of school, which is um, she's not very happy about. So anyway, so what I want to do is I just want to get into it. I know I've been pushing off doing a video about my World Games experience. I've just been swamped with work, getting back from vacation, trying to get back in the swing of things. So I figured, what a better time than this? As soon as I get to Vegas, let me just start. I'm going to push out videos, hopefully on a daily basis while I'm here, just to give you guys kind of updates. Obviously, the days of the tournament won't be as long. And this one I'm going to keep it pretty short too because it's late. I'm tired. But I wanted to give you guys a recap before we got way too far away. So, um, first weekend, end of June, beginning of first couple days of July, I was in Birmingham, Alabama for the World Police and Fire Games. It was an outstanding event. 170 bowlers were in the field. They had two separate squads. First day, I came out, used a lot of my Black Widow Mania the first day. Had some bad spare shooting the first day that cost me. I averaged 205 for the team event, and our team we ended up in fourth place. So, not, I'm sorry, the first day was doubles. So, our first day, I averaged 205. My partner didn't do very good. We ended up in 10th in doubles. But I averaged 205, which I knew wasn't out of it. I was still in it. The shot was pretty consistent, left to right lane. The right lane to me was a little bit tighter, and so it wasn't hooking quite as much as some of the others were. Um, and the ball that I mean, the Black Widow Mania worked good. I left probably 50, 60 pins out there with just my single pin misses. So that was on me the first day. My carry wasn't as good as it was the other 2 days. However, of the 8 bowlers on the lane, or 6 bowlers on the lanes for that day, 4 of them were left-handed, which is like an oddity. So I do believe that that did play into some of kind of my reaction that I was getting that first day. Second day was a singles event, and it was in the afternoon, and it was a good. I felt good. My back has been feeling great in that tournament as well, and the singles event I bowled really well. I averaged 231. Um, Very few opens. I think I only had 2 opens, and they were splits. No single pin misses. Got that worked out. Really, really just bowled well that second day. Averaged 231. I believe I had a 260 in there, 250, uh, 2 teens. It was about where I was at. So excellent. That day I ended up using the track theorem. They were a little, not as much hook, probably because I was playing the lanes by myself. But my carry was phenomenal. Had good reaction with the mix. So I would get the mixer. Just good pin carry. It was a good bowling alley for pin carry, at least for myself. A lot of people were struggling. People who bowl really good normally were struggling. Um, and it was, some of the guys who had competed with me pretty tough the 2 years before in Winnipeg, they ended up trying the same, like really trying urethane and stuff in this pattern. it was, I guess it could have been okay for urethane, but to me it was kind of like in between, where it's like you better be consistent if you're using urethane and hitting your spot every time. I saw a lot of over unders where it would hook like crazy, and then the next shot wouldn't hook at all. And they were by some pretty good bowlers. Um, so anyway, so that plan of action didn't work for them. Obviously, I don't use the urethane, so um, I just stuck with my track theorem. I do believe I did use the Black Widow Mania that day, but ultimately in the end, I was getting a better reaction with the track theorem, so I stuck with that. That was the singles event, and I ended up winning that event. I averaging 231. I won the singles event, so that put me in good shape going into the final day. I believe the final day I was still down by about 40 or 50 pins. I believe I was third or fourth place. So going into the final team event, really feeling good again. Bowled really well. Started having some thumb issues that day, but I was still making good shots, even though I wasn't getting out of it the way I would like to. I was still bowling really well. My targeting has been fantastic lately. I've been hitting a lot of my marks really good lately. My accuracy's been good. Um, and I'll get into that in another video about this new league that I joined. But so the third day, I ended up averaging 224. It was the team event. So that meant that all four bowlers were on each lane. So there were 8 bowlers for 5 games. It took about 4.5 hours to bowl 5 games, maybe even a little more. Again, my teammates, I was pretty consistent the whole time. My low game was a 210, but I didn't really have anything like a fantastic like 250, 260 like I did for singles. I think I had a 240 in there was my high game for that day. I had a 240, a 230, and then the rest were all low twos. So it gave me the 224. Ultimately, our team finished fourth. One teammate would have a really good game. The other one would have a terrible game. So I was really the only one on the team that was consistent. We ended fourth, but in all events, I ended up in second place. So out of the 170 bowlers, I ended up in second place. And then what they do for that is they do a roll off, a PBA style roll off after that. In first place was a guy from NYPD who I've bowled against before in San Diego games. He came out. He's a really good bowler. The NYPD team is actually sponsored by the Storm bowling products. And I would say he is probably about a 225, 230. But I ended up in second place by 30 pins. So I look back on that first day, and my spare shooting that first day is what cost me the first place in all events. So anyways, I got a gold for singles, a silver for all events, and then they do a roll off. The roll off, to be honest with you, I was tired. I believe I'd been in the bowling alley about 7.5 hours, and we were driving to Nashville that night. And so by this time it was already 10:30, and I was just ready to get out of there and get on the road. So had a couple bad breaks. I was bowling another NYPD guy who I've known for years as well. He was in third place, and I was in second. He won his first 2 matches, or his first match. And then I just didn't bowl a good game. It's my worst game of the tournament. I think it was a 179 or something like that. So it happened. It would have been higher. I was just trying to get done the last shot, so I kind of wasn't really focusing too much that 10th frame because the game was already over. I think he shot a 2. Once I didn't strike on the first ball in the 10th, it cost me. I knew there was no chance for me to get it, so I just kind of sped things up a little bit. But anyways, a great tournament, gold, silver, and bronze. Most medals I've got. First gold I've ever gotten at a World Police and Fire Games. 2 years. They're back in Perth, Australia, is where we're going in 2 years. So that'll be an exciting trip. Never been to Australia, but that'll be pretty exciting. While I was there, because I got a gold medal in San Diego at the U.S. Police and Fire Games, they gave me a jersey, hat, water bottle, all kinds of stuff. It was really cool. So it was a good event. Alabama was a good host. If you follow on my social media, you would have seen I got to go into the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame, which is right across the street from the SEC headquarters building. the Kings of football, their conference headquarters. So that was kind of cool. Great barbecue in Alabama. Where we stayed at wasn't the best, but it was a great start to our trip. We ended up having an amazing trip, and just a really good time. So that's it on this video. Wanted to keep it nice and short. I ended up taking 5 bowling balls with me. My selection worked out great. I did use the track stealth mode for about a half a game, but just wasn't getting the carry. And so I was able to rotate. I didn't really throw the Brunswick. Gosh, what is that? It's the Brunswick ball that I have. Anyways, I can't think of it right now. I'm tired. Didn't throw that one because it was hooking a lot. So that one didn't really work for me too well. So I just pretty much stuck with the Black Widow Mania and the track theorem, and it worked out great. So hope you like this video. Sorry it took so long to get out. I'll try and go through some stuff if I need to tomorrow, but I appreciate you watching, and hopefully I'll get this posted tonight before I go to bed. If not, in the morning. All right, you guys, take care. Thanks.